Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2017 general readings. These are general readings, and there's a lot of you watching, so they're not going to mean the same thing for everyone who watches to the same degree or intensity. So if you know your rising and your moon sign, watch those videos as well. They may play out for you a little more predictably this month, or they may just give additional bits of insight and clarity on what's going on in your life right now. So try to watch all three if you can. Thank you for your continued feedback and support. Keep the comments coming. Love reading them. Thank you for continuing to follow and listen and watch my YouTube channel and for subscribing, and welcome to any newcomers out there. Thank you as well for those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings and for my regular clients as well. I love personal readings. They are my favorite things to do, and I'm very grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And if anyone is interested in a one-on-one personal reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information and my email address, which is Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. You can email me directly. I would be delighted to work with you or anyone else you send my way if you would like to purchase a gift reading for family, friends, or loved ones as well. I offer a variety of types of readings as well as lengths of time, both live and recorded, and a yearly overview, which is usually pretty popular at the beginning of the year, although it just simply covers 12 months from the time of the reading. So mention that if you're in your email if you're interested. Current turnaround time is anywhere from a couple of days upwards of 2 weeks, but since I do readings full time, I can usually schedule a reading for you live or recorded within 2 weeks. So send me an email and we will go from there. So moving right along, let's get into this. This reading is for Virgo, the earth sign of Virgo for February 2017. What does the month of February 2017 have in store for the earth sign of Virgo? What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Virgo for February 2017. Okay, Virgo. We begin with the Ace of Swords, followed by Judgment, the Queen of Pentacles, followed by Death or Transformation, the Eight of Cups, followed by the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Swords. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy is the Star. Beautiful card. So let's just take a look. Looks like a moment of clarity coming in, perhaps some information coming in, which prompts a decision that you need to be careful of making or how you walk through this. Okay, let's begin, Virgo. So we find ourselves around the beginning of February 2017. Although I am recording this at the end of June, the last week of June, I'm sorry, January, not June, January. So we find ourselves with the energy of the Ace of Swords, followed by Judgment. So the Ace of Swords, air energy here, which is the element that governs swords. The suit of swords is about our ideas, words, communication, how we communicate what goes on up in our heads, our thoughts, belief systems, outlooks, and perspectives. Very mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. Aces represent the number one, the beginning, potential, seeds of something which, if planted and nurtured and taken care of, can grow to their full potential. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of a new way of looking at something, a fresh perspective, a new idea, a moment of clarity, your aha moment. It could represent information coming in that clarifies things. The Ace of Swords is kind of a double-edged sword. It's a very powerful card, but how it's used is dependent on the person who's wielding the swords. It can be used for good, it can be used for harm as well as the truth it typically can. And it can be quite cold and quite harsh if devoid of compassion and human emotion. So this does represent a moment, for some of you, it's a moment of clarity. And for some of you, this could be a sudden moment of clarity, like that literal epiphanic aha sort of moment or information that comes in, which kind of clarifies a situation. It represents seeing something for what it actually really genuinely is in its reality. And that can be a positive thing. Ultimately, it's always a positive thing, but sometimes it can be, the truth can be kind of difficult to take, particularly if it reveals something that we don't want to look at. So the Ace of Swords is paired with Judgment, Major Arcana card, and a pretty serious one. Not in a scary way, but the Judgment card is a call to action. Something needs to be done. So you have this information, this moment of clarity. Something's being revealed, and you're left with what to do. Judgment is a call to action. Something needs to be done. You need to figure out, make a decision based on what you now know or what you now see, how to move forward. But be careful doing it. Judgment has an energy, an air of finality about it, meaning that whatever choice you make, whatever decision you make, path you take, whatever you set into motion is going to be difficult, if not impossible, to come back from, to reverse. So think very carefully, weigh out very carefully the pros and cons. Don't be spontaneous or impulsive. You are being called to do something here, to act on this, but make sure that you are careful with what you do, because it's going to set the stage for something for quite some time to come, not just in the literal things that get set in motion, but in messages you may send to people around you and yourself as well. Now, next to that, we have the Queen of Pentacles, followed by death, transformation, the ground being cleared. So the Queen of Pentacles, here we have earth energy, which is the element that governs Pentacles, all about our earthly material tangible world. And typically the energy of Pentacles manifests in very earthly tangible ways, like money, finances, property, resources. It's earth energy, so solid, stable, reliable, continuity, sometimes stubborn and immovable. Queens and kings represent individuals who have reached achievement of their suit. So more mature, reflective individuals in energy and maturity, if not in actual chronological age. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is, some of you, this is going to be you yourself as an earth sign, kind of being your own powerful self, manifesting the most positive aspects of the character traits of the earth signs. Some of you, this is going to represent another individual in your sphere who's playing a significant role in this with you, either with you in a positive way or perhaps in a not so positive way. The Queen of Pentacles, as an individual, if I were to describe the Queen of Pentacles, she would be, I say she because she's showing up as a queen, but there's so many of you watching, it could easily be a male as well. But if I were to describe her as a person, this would be somebody who works full time or owns her own business, or she's very good at working from the time she gets up to the time she goes to bed. Very much a nurturer, a caretaker, taking care of the people that she cares for and that need her is very important, and she's very good at it too. She can balance that in addition to working outside the home or running her own business while making sure her home is immaculate. She is immaculate. The lawn is always mowed, the roses are always trimmed. She volunteers twice a week at her local charity. She has a way of navigating the day-to-day aspects of life, managing to do everything, be everywhere she needs to be, and making it seem kind of effortless as well. But again, a great caretaker, very much into taking care of the people that she really cares for or going where she's needed. Very good at managing money, good with her finances. She's probably financially comfortable. She's very good at just kind of navigating that material, tangible world. And finances, of course, are a part of that. This is somebody who's kind of the rock, the anchor that people go to. Solid, stable, reliable person. Somebody very reassuring. Somebody who It's kind of the perfect person to be around when you've had a hard day, or when you just need to feel kind of a sense of continuity in life. And just the energy of that card itself is those same lovely character traits. So again, for some of you, this is you manifesting the best parts of the suit of Pentacles, the best parts of your own inherent Earth elements. For others of you, this can represent another person in your sphere, likely an Earth sign person, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I feel like for a lot of you, this is just you being kind of taking a look at what's come in, this moment of clarity, this seeing something for what it really is, revealed in its reality, in its truth, making a decision on how to proceed through this, and being a real grown up about it. Not being too spontaneous, not being spontaneous or impulsive at all, kind of weighing things out, and being manifesting the best of your own inherent character traits as well. And 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 using this clarity, this perspective you have, as a way of clearing the ground out for rebuilding something new, because it looks like there's going to be a clearing out, a walking away from something. It feels like whatever this is that's come in that has revealed something to you, has clarified something to you. Part of what's being clarified is that it's not working for you anymore. Um, that it's turned out to be something it's not, or it's just served its purpose, and you now realize it's time to move on. Whatever this is coming in, and of course, it's going to mean different things to different people. It's cleared the ground. It's clearing everything out. There's no more excuses now not to kind of act or to move forward, because that Queen of Pentacles is paired with death, transformation, which is all about clearing the ground. Death represents the ending of a cycle, but it's a major arcana card. So this is a pretty significant and profound ending of perhaps a significant chapter of your life, or something very important in your life. Death represents the clearing away, the total uprooting, and getting everything cleared out so that rebirth can occur, because birth follows death. Beginnings follow endings. But the ground needs to be cleared first. So that anything that you build on top of that, anything that you seed into that, any seed you put in that ground can actually take root and flourish. So whatever this is coming in, it's it's cleared the way for you to move forward. Be careful in how you move forward, which I think, again, you just already need to draw on character traits that you already inherently possess, Virgo. For some of you, this is relationship energy. For some of you, this could be job and career related, a spiritual path, moving in a different way in a creative or even artistic endeavor, perhaps something that you've been putting a lot of energy, time, and resources into with little to no success. Some things happened, and you're actually just seeing things for what it really is, and again, it just basically clears the way. So what now? Next we have the Eight of Cups, followed by the Three of Swords. So here we have the Eight of Cups, water energy here, which is the element that governs the suit of cups, and it's a watery mercurial energy, the suit of cups. It's about feelings, emotions, our emotional landscape, relationships, love, kind of that inner heart space. The Eight of Cups is a card of walking away, of definitively making the decision to turn your back on something which has been disappointing, disillusioning, or which has just simply served its purpose and is no longer, it's not something you're getting any joy or fulfillment out of. These Eight Cups on the ground behind this man represent whatever it is he's been investing his time, his perhaps hopes and dreams in. And while he may have been satisfied with them for a time, he's kind of come to the end of them and realized that either he doesn't need them anymore, or it's turned out to be something different than what he thought it was initially. And he's just made up his mind to turn his back on it pretty definitively. I mean, his back is turned to us. He's dressed for travel. He's surveying his horizon. He may not know, he may not be entirely sure or confident of what direction he's going in, but one thing is clear, and that is that he is turning his back and walking away. So it does represent a sense of leaving something behind, of saying no, turning your back and walking away, removing yourself from a situation, a relationship, a person, a job, uh, whatever this is that's no longer working for you. Now, the Eight of Cups is paired with the Three of Swords. So this is a card of, it can be a card of heartbreak, heartache, betrayal, separation, loss, grief. Uh, it's a progression kind of through the suit of swords. That ace of swords, the one comes in and clarifies, it reveals something, and the three of swords energy follows the two of swords. The two of swords is that card with two swords crossed where a difficult decision needs to be made. Then we have this three of swords here, which is the progression of the energy that's dealing with the consequences of the decision that we make. And the positive aspects of the three of swords is that uh, it's time for, again, for healing to begin, whatever it is that you're walking away from. It could be that this decision that you're making was very difficult for you to make because of what was revealed. You made the decision, or it looks like some of you are making the decision to leave something behind, to walk away, even though perhaps it's difficult to do. It comes with a sense of loss and grief, and emotional pain. The Three of Swords also represents healing as well. Um, it represents that this is something, this is a necessary decision that you've made, and the consequences that you're feeling from it is also part of the process as well, because this is a learning lesson for you, and it has been a learning lesson for you. So the Three of Swords is about release as well. Have cry if you need to cry, go through whatever it is that you need to go through. Because it looks like this decision has been a considerate, measured decision. This is something that you didn't go rush into impulsively or spontaneously. At least spirit is advising you not to. And it feels like just a necessary part of the path. So allow yourself to go through it, and accept it and move through it, and don't struggle against it, because that's what enables us to move through it a little easier, a little quicker, and retain the value of the lesson that we learn as well. Now, at or towards the end of February 2017, we have the energy of the Nine of Pentacles, followed by the Six of Swords. Very nice energy here. The Nine of Pentacles, this is a card of independence, self-sufficiency, self-empowerment, coming into your own, acknowledging your own self-worth and self-value, accepting yourself, loving yourself, reaping the fruits of your labors, and the rewards of your efforts as well. It is sometimes referred to as the happy, single, successful person. Whether or not they're single or not doesn't matter. This card represents being in a place where you're enjoying everything that's around you, uh, uh, and everything that's around you, you have worked for yourself. Nobody has handed anything to you on a silver platter. Everything that you're enjoying, who you are, the place that you're at, you've gotten there on your own. And it could be advice for some of you too, that you are quite capable of building and manifesting whatever kind of life you want to, and carving out this niche for yourself, and not needing to be dependent or reliant on other people for this self-love and self-acceptance as well. It's a very empowering card. It looks like some of you are kind of moving on, this necessary grief, a sense of separation. Some of you may be moving on from a relationship, knowing it's the right thing to do, or whatever the situation is, knowing it's the right thing to do, feeling that sense of loss anyway, but still at the end of the month, kind of moving forward with a renewed sense of kind of hope and vigor, and a restoration of faith in yourself, and knowing that you're able to do it. Uh, and be at peace with yourself and love yourself again. And there's a sense of healing and peace and restoration as well, because that Nine of Pentacles is paired with the Six of Swords, which is a card of moving from a troubled, turbulent time into serenity and peace and healing. There is still kind of a little bit of sadness and a solemnness attached to the Six of Swords, but you're moving through that. It's a card of healing, of moving through the difficulty, the pain, and into a time which is going to be more settled and peaceful and much better for you. It's transitional energy, meaning uh, the worst is behind you. You're not quite to the other shore yet, but you're moving towards that. It's a card of healing, of working on balance being restored and harmony being restored. The only cautionary piece of advice is that these swords do represent our thoughts and ideas and belief systems. So wherever we go, we take those with us. So make sure as you're moving through this that you try to leave any and all, as much as you can, of any bitterness or anger or resentment behind you as you move through it, so your healing can be genuine and complete when you reach the other shore. Now, your overall energy from the bottom of the deck is the Star, Major Arcana card, a beautiful card. This is also a card of peace and restoration and healing and hope and faith, renewed hope and faith in the path in front of you, that it is joy and fulfillment, and it is unfolding as it's meant to. Divine timing and orchestration, trusting in that. It is a wish fulfillment card too, even if you can't see how it plays out. It's the universe asking you to have renewed hope and faith and trust in the path in front of you. That's what this woman is doing. That's why she's emptying her pictures out into this source, because she knows the source is limitless. She'll be provided with what she needs when she needs it, because she has that kind of hope and faith in the path, and her connection to source. God, spirit, your angels and guides will provide as you need it, as you continue to walk the steps that are in front of you to walk. So having hope and faith in the path in front of you. It's a card which often shows up when people are in a healing process, emotional or physical, of any kind, really. It's a beautiful, soft, loving card asking you to trust. You are healing. You're going to get there, and all is going to be well. So Virgo, that pretty much wraps up your reading for February 2017. I hope that it has brought you uh, some I hope that you found it useful, that it's brought you some peace, perhaps some wisdom and clarity on whatever it is that's going on in your life right now. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the February 2017 mid-month readings. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, feel free to email me directly at Maggie, the number one McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I will see you all again soon. And until I do, as always, Virgo, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.